Your testimony today indicates that part of this plan would include a substantial investment by the private sector.
Correct.
As it relates to remediation. How about it? What happens in the outside chance that the developers look at this project and they said, you know, for us to put $570 million in remediation is just too much, and we couldn't get a developer to do the project? What would we do then?
We would get less for the land than we look to get from when we sell it.
No. I want you to follow my train of thought when we're talking about the remediation and the figure that's attached to remediation, which I think is quite substantial, you know, hovering around $500 million to remediate. So you're testifying today that if the developers in the RFP process come back and say, you know, the math doesn't work for us to invest $500 million into Willets Point for remediation, we would lower the price of the land. Explain to me how that works.
Well, we have a cost in the land that'll be associated with the acquisitions from the existing landowners. That'll be our cost. Now, we'd like to have, in the RFP, we would like to have the developers reimburse the city for that cost. And when they do the math, they're going to look at this and they're going to say, all right, this is how much it's going to cost me to build this. This is what I can expect to get in returns. Here's how much it's going to cost for me to prepare the land so that I can actually develop the site. And here's what I'm going to have to pay to acquire the land. If the costs of the remediation exceed what we've budgeted for, that will impact the amount of money that we get paid for the land. If we find that we can, there are other ways to try and address that. We can value engineer the project, or we can change components of it perhaps slightly, not without the advisory committee and the city council approval, but we could value engineer the project as well if we had to. But we're trying to get, our goal would be to get the city taxpayer money back out of this.
In the sale of the properties.
That's correct.
And do you have any estimates on what the property would be worth after we take this ULURP action and move forward?
I don't have a specific number to give you now. I can look at that and come back to you on that. What we're going to do is, through this process, well, I don't have a specific answer. I can come back to you with that.
Okay.